bomb site, but Snatchy does not miss the second time around, and now it is just Bondic left up in a 1v3, and Snatchy finds absolutely everything inside of this B bomb site. 13-14. This one, Hugo, looks like it's going to come down to the wire once again.
To speed up the pace on this B bomb site. There are 3 players here. VP very scared that if Hellraisers just rush a bomb site and go for an immediate push, this game could be over. So that early rotate shows the fear of VP. And the fact that Hellraisers are playing so slow is a surprise as well. We've not seen any A-side executes, but now that's going to be a bit of a different story with Hellraisers setting up for exactly that. Angel lurking in through the connector later in the round, unless Snatchy can take him down.
Well, that is a very brutal nade onto Angel. He's able to get into connector, hides in that smoke for now. Morels isn't wise to it, but he is watching. He is wary. Going to be the peek on up from Angel. Silence. The trade is there from Bondic. Snatchy chiming in with another. And that bomb now out in the open, pushing on round that smoke from CT. It is Snatchy. Mihu chiming in with one more. And this round looking like it might elude Hellraisers as Snatchy, once again, he digs deep and is able to find himself 3. Virtus Pro, 14-14 now. All tied up once again. The same scoreline we saw back on Inferno. Different circumstances though. And Virtus Pro looking like they want to try and take us through to that third map, but they want us to get onto Dust 2. Timeout called in for Hellraisers. Justifiably so. They were 0-8 down at one point in this game. The half ends 10-5 in favor of VP. They pull it back so that they're 14-11 up. And then Virtus Pro finding these last few rounds. Now we're all tied up back to 14-14. And this is still very much anyone's game.
I mean, just the confidence on those CT players, Snatchy and Neo, to push in through that failed CT smoke and get into the bomb site. Not giving Hellraisers an inch, and it shows how confident VP still are despite being down in this game. We have a double AWP for the T side here, Harry. No same story for Virtus Pro. They've only just got the money for a rebuy if they do lose as well, so that's why Oxix's getting aggressive in the Palace. That Molotov's down. He can't sit there for too long. Got to move. Hot feet. Angel's already out of the ramp as well. There's a man on default. Molotov not going to go well, but Neo, he just peeks out wide and goes down to Angel. That's already a kill for Hellraisers. A man advantage taken. And the A bomb site opened up. They just need to deal with Snatchy because he's the reason that this game's still going, and even when he's flashed, he cannot be stopped. Angel's taken down. No smoke down yet in the CT spawn. Snatchy throws his own out once again, and he looks to get aggressive right round it, flashing himself through. There's a man on the Tetris. He looks for a haircut, but Issa's going to take him down instead. Mihu's still here. Molotov for that bomb as well, but there's still plenty of time for Hellraisers in this 3v3. They don't need to rush because look at Bondic.
Yeah, Bondic has cleared out the B bomb site, and look, VP start to rotate away. They've read this well. They're anticipating the Hellraisers are already here. Pasha might walk into his death, and indeed he does as he goes toe-to-toe with Bondic. Now leaves all the pressure on the 2 young guns of VP. Mihu tries to take that fight, but Morels is nowhere nearby, and on the back of that, this whole round could fall apart. Now we have to see the latest edition of this VP squad try and do whatever he can to keep them in this game now. A 1v3. He's gotten into position on short, but Issa's going to spot him, and that's match point for Hellraisers. Surely this isn't going to be them closing out this map. VP have fought so hard to get this back to an even scoreline. And to see them lose it now in another 16-14 fashion would be heartbreaking.
Especially in that way as well. VP completely read the call from Hellraisers. They rotated. They were just a couple of seconds too late to the bomb site. Bondic was already out.
They were early. It was only Bondic there. The bomb wasn't there yet. Bondic able to find everything.
Dear, oh dear. And Mihu running through that Molotov as well. I mean, that's always going to be indicated. You know, going for a crazy play is one thing, but running through a Molotov makes noise. That gives away the push. And now Snatchy, he's taking it back into his own hands in this round. Does not want it to be the final game of the series. Wants to bring us to Dust 2. Man advantage. Hellraisers setting up for a full-on B play with 4 players here. Every single man left up for the T side. They haven't found the entry until Woxic strikes big. Mihu going to try and line them up on the bench, and he does drop the bomb, but still there's plenty of VP players around and rotating through the market. Bondic finally silences the one man on the site, and Woxic is catching off rotations left and right. That's Pasha going down. This is falling apart for VP. There's only Neo left up on short.
Yeah, one of the old boys of VP left to show that he still has what it takes, has to single-handedly get them back into this now and take us through to overtime. But he gets peaked, and Angel's going to shut it all down, 16-14. It goes the way of Hellraisers. They take this series 2-0, and they become the first team to move into those groups for the Epicenter event. That means VP, you know, they're going to go ahead. They have to play again tomorrow. They have to play versus Swole Patrol. But for them, that's devastating. That's 2 14-16 losses in a row.
And both were halves favorable for them. 11-4 on Inferno, they lose the game. 10-5 on Mirage, they also lose a game. And one was on CT, one was on T. So, I mean, at this point, VP just cannot catch a break. Snatchy and Pasha, they tried their hardest, but it's not going to be good enough, Harry. That is so impressive to see from Hellraisers again. Like, you know, coming back from those losses and horribly dominant halves, very dependent on their pistol rounds. And Hellraisers, they just look so clean today. So I'm excited to see them make their way to the main event. They're going to be up fighting against some of the best teams in the world here in Russia.
Yeah, they certainly are. You know, I'm excited to see Hellraisers go ahead and try now go toe-to-toe versus, as you say, some of the teams in these groups. I'm not entirely sure how that works, where they slot in. Do they just occupy a slot in Group A?
I think they're Group A.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's exciting in and of itself. That group now becomes that much more stacked. And then as well, you know, for Virtus Pro, they get a chance to play tomorrow, of course, versus Swole Patrol to try and occupy that final slot.
Yeah, I mean, they should be winning that game right on paper, but Swole Patrol actually looked quite good earlier versus Firepower. Completely different level of opposition. So we're going to see if Swole Patrol can do the impossible, or if VP are going to be making their way to the main event again here in Russia. We're going to find that out tomorrow, though. We are done here for today. Be sure to join us bright and early tomorrow morning to follow up with the rest of the games, the wildcard qualifier, and, of course, the group stage for the main event.
Every man, every flag. With knowledge comes power, and power is to be wielded wisely, which is why, as the expert